Hey everybody, it's Josh Suth, aka Ask Joshy on YouTube, casting for IC Cup TV here on their very own YouTube page, youtube.com/ICCupTV. This is Game 2 in a best of 3 between Andro, the red Protoss player, here on the right side of Lost Temple, and Cool Guy, aka oGs.Cool, the Korean Zerg player. And in Game 1, Cool was able to take victory off of Andro, so Andro needs to find a win here to be able to survive and see a Game 3 or continue on in this round of 64 on to the round of 32. So this tournament is the Global Gamers Invitational, sponsored by the following: iFixit.com, TheHandsomeNerd.com, ESUnited.net. Of course, all the games being cast by IC Cup TV right here on this YouTube channel. And TeamLiquid.net, big thanks are owed to them for helping us organize everything, letting us use their space to basically get everything organized, and obviously being the best community website for StarCraft 2. And here they're talking about the Ensnare all kill against the Team Prime, which I did mention last game. And so Andro up to speed with his opponent. He knows exactly what's going on here. He knows he didn't lose to just some noob named Cool Guy. And he's actually a Korean pro, one of the first Korean pros on the scene, actually, before Retail's even released. So Game 2 on Lost Temple, looks like Andro is going to be building his pylon out in a more frontal position, not trying to wall off up here at his ramp. Instead, probably looking for a more Nexus-oriented strategy of some sort of fast expand build. Cool Guy, aka Cool. Like I said, I'm probably going to say Cool Guy more often than not, just because that's the display that I see. And Cool dropping his spawning pool before a hatchery. No hatchery really in the works yet. He is saving up some minerals here. Andro knows the hatchery is usually the next logical building for the Zerg player. Going to try and block it. Ooh, does block it successfully with a little bit of probe dancing. And Cool's going to have to be keeping an eye on this if he's going to get his hatchery in on time. He does have enough minerals now, and going to keep production tab open just so if any lings come in, we can see that ahead of time. And 4 lings being built now to help take out this, this very pesky probe. And sorry if my P's are popping from pesky probe, but anyway, Cool. Still unable to drop this hatchery. He's already getting a queen and some lings in before he's able to do anything. Andro, on the other hand, I'm afraid to go look at what he's building just because I don't want to miss this hatchery being dropped, and I'm sure Cool's going to be able to now that he has a ton of minerals. He is instead going to make sure this probe dies before trying to drop the hatchery, and there it goes. So now we will go take a look at what Andro, not Andrew, has been doing. Getting that Cybercore right after the first gateway, just like we saw in Game 1, like I said. Very, very common Protoss build. It allows you to basically choose what path you're going to be taking. And I love this move by Cool because it forces Andro to make a decision. And it looks like Andro did make the decision to try and go protect his pylon. Cool was able to sneak in a couple of Zerglings to try and kill off this probe, and is still whacking away at this pylon. So the Zerglings, just because Cool chose to attack this pylon instead of, obviously slaughtering his own Zerglings against this hold position Zealot, is now going to gain some information. Actually, no, he is really trying to kill that pylon. He's not even going to try and run into the main to see what's going on in there. Andro doing a good job to build another pylon here since this can't be healed in any way. Lucky to get that Stalker out just on time. He is supply blocked right now, though, unable to get another one out. Twilight Council coming in right after the Cybernetics core, so we did see a Twilight Council into a Dark Shrine in the first game. Didn't work out too well because Cool was well prepared with an Overseer. However, this time may be more in his favor. No one really expects you to build 2 Dark Shrines in a row, though Cool with his preparation probably going to be building an Overseer anyway. I mean, last game he had really no reason to build that Overseer except guessing that Twilight Council would eventually lead to a Dark Shrine. So Andro might be okay here, going for Dark Shrine again. We'll have to see if he even does, and getting that second gateway up now. If we switch back over to Cool, it looks like he's got a couple of queens, making some creep tumors, 1 for each base, now getting a 3rd queen as well, just for that good coverage. Oh, and a 4th queen, so maybe he's fearing some sort of air antics. Queens are obviously the only anti-air for Zerg player in the early game, except for the very immobile Spore Crawler, so getting that creep spread all around, building lots of queens. Looks like he is going to be trying to prepare for some kind of air. Forge and Gateway also coming in for Andro now. Is he going to be completely walled off? No, it looks like there is still a little bit of space here for some lings to get through. He's going to send his probe just to make sure it's tight. Oh, and it is tight, so Cool unable to just run in there at will. He is going to have to take something out to get these lings to do anything. And has he spent any gas yet? No, he hasn't even collected any gas. Wow, mineral only build for Cool so far on Lost Temple. Looks like that's going to bite him in the butt, since all he can make is unupgraded lings at this point. Still has not even made a gas anywhere. That is just very surprising. He started to build another hatchery here for more lings, so it looks like Cool playing for sort of an all-in here against Andro. Maybe he's kind of underestimating his opponent after wiping him out so badly in that first game. Andro does have over 100 wins in this phase, which is only a couple weeks long, so he is playing his heart out. I know he's got a lot of games played under his belt. Warp Gate research being chrono boosted, of course, dropping that Nexus, like I said earlier. All this building up front naturally lends itself towards expanding here at some point. He is getting 2 more gateways here, and the Dark Shrine is already completed. So getting that Dark Shrine again, but I have to say, Cool's not going to be prepared this time, since he didn't get any gas at all and instead just got a ton of lings. It's very surprising to see, actually, after showing some really good mechanics and just solid gameplay overall in that first game, trying to go for this really fast, really relentless Zergling assault instead. And this Dark Templar is going to be able to kill whatever he wants. I don't think that Andro knows that he has had 0 gas this entire game, but the Dark Templar, of course, is going to have his way with whatever drones, Zerglings, or queens that he wants to attack, because, like I said, no gas equals no detection, absolutely no way of fighting this. And Cool says WW, which is sometimes Korean for GG. I'm not really sure what it means because I don't speak Korean, but yeah, so very surprising play by Cool, actually. I mean, Andro basically did a pretty normal build for Protoss on this map, trying to get that expansion up. The Dark Shrine is a little unorthodox, but the fact that Cool basically had no gas, actually literally, not basically, had no gas the entire game, 1 Dark Templar was all he needed to win the game entirely. So very surprised that Cool went for such a just strange build. On to Game 3 now for Global Gamers Invitational Round of 64 between Andro and Cool.